Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Bahamut, and we find ourselves here in the Heroic Division. We have got We Take These on the left and CPogX Fanclub on the right. Immediately Azul and Rhaegar banned, but if you're sitting at home enjoying Bandit's birthday but wondering how we got here, I got you covered, friends. Home team today is going to be the members of We Take These. They lost the coin flip, banning out Cursed Hollow and Braxis Holdout. The members of CPX Fan Club opted for first pick for Game 1, banning out Tomb and Alterac Pass. First map chosen by We Take These will be Infernal Shrines. Let's get back into our draft and see what we have. Sylvanas to be removed as well. Her push potential is something that they don't want to deal with, and I can't blame them whatsoever on that, just because of the fact that you can siege and roll through structures with those Punishers, and a Joanna to be banned out as well. So no Bloodlust, no Joanna, no Zul, no Sylvanas, but things like Mal'Ganis are still up. Things like Ana are still up and available. What's going to be the priority going into this? Do we see any sort of, Mal'Ganis with the Night Rush and just the overall aggression, or will this be somewhere in the realm of Ana just to be able to lock in that strong healer as well as a denial? But we will be actually seeing a deny on the Yrel pick, as we do have Vesper on the side of We Take These, and it seems like CPogX Fan Club want to just steal that away. Homie, yeah? What's the lull, Porky, huh? What's the lull for? I'm hoping for some Valera / Samuro games from Got Filth tonight. Do you think it will happen? Do you think it will actually happen? That's the question. I'll be taking that. Thanks, Buttspot. I'll be butt-king that. Thanks, Buttspot. So perfect. Last night I fully overcame my crippling ranked anxiety and played Hero League for the first time in a season solo. Promptly lost both games. Now I'm too scared to go there ever again for a while. I understand you, Kalis. My recommendation is playing in groups with people that you don't mind losing games with. Don't ask, Kappa, but I did. That's the thing. Okay, all right. Well, let's get into this draft here a little bit further. Ana was grabbed with a Mephisto as well. Typically the priority on a map like this, because a lot of people group up, and Mephisto gets a lot of value when enemy heroes are grouping up quite a bit. Day, thank you for the keg W. You lose 100% of the Storm League games you don't queue into. That is not, or excuse me, that is true, but at the same time, no, thank you. I personally, I don't play Storm League solo anymore. I tried to. I hate it. And when your Kel'Thuzad feeds 8 times and then consistently tells the rest of the team that they're trash, I have a rough time wanting to queue again. I'm telling y'all, if we see Garden or Curse, it's insta-lock material. We won't see Garden. Garden's not in the NGS map pool, but Curse Hollow is, unfortunately, it's banned out. So we won't be seeing either of those maps. So no Valera. If I'm not mistaken, one of these teams played like a Valera solo lane, or maybe it was someone in Heroic, I swear. They played Valera solo lane into Rexxar Misha and actually won it hard, one-shotting the bear or Rexxar. I can't remember exactly what happened with that. It was a Heroic game a week or so ago. The math checks out exactly. Keep hailing me when it's the last. Okay, all right, I'm sorry, I'm missing a lot of the draft. Main tank Uther are going to be coming in here as well. To round things out, they're going to grab a Hanzo on top of that. I actually really like their draft. Main tank Uther with this Mephisto to lock them down, Hanzo to poke at them, and Ana has the nano boost on a Mephisto maybe, or even just the sleep dart for some more follow-up CC. I think that's really strong. Junkrat with a lot of displacement as well as the ETC on top of that. They do need a solo lane, or they're going to solo with the Junkrat into Yrel for a lot of displacement. Something that I've seen some teams go into is actually Leoric into the Yrel, just because you have a lot of maneuverability. You can pressure them. You've got wave clear. Overall, I think Leoric into Yrel is a strong matchup for both sides. And we'll see what happens here. This will be draft for game number 1 of our final best of 3 of the evening. Yeah, 'twas filth. Yeah, 'twas butt. Oh, Buttspot. Beautiful, Buttspot. Beautiful. I gotta go, Bahamut. Thank you for the great game, for stream and Band's birthday. Thank you so much, Ace. Thanks for coming by, bud. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Oh, you've got the Scooby-Doo, and you've ripped out more fuzz. He's ripped out this much fuzz out of the alligator, I think. Unless it's Ubi? Oh no, it's from this. Oh, this is done already. I'm gonna have to do surgery on this. Dear Lord, the amount of fuzz you pulled out, bud. Look at this. I could make a toupee for myself. Virgil, thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying this content. Main tank Uther into Junkrat Malfurion seems troll, to be honest. But is it a winnable troll? We'll have to see. I don't know. This feels like a little bit Storm League-ish, where like one team's like, all right, we're gonna try something interesting here, and the other team's just like, let's pick a bunch of strong heroes and just win with displacement. Big Scary Duck, how's it going, bud? Good to see you. Let's go ahead and get into game number 1. On the left-hand side, we have got the members of We Take These: Tremor on the ETC, Roger on the Greymane Vesper, or Liam on the Leoric. We have got Xenaris on that Malfurion, and Roger will round things out on the... Mason Blaze will round things out on the Junkrat. On the right-hand side, we got the members of CPogX Fan Club. Nintori will be on the Uther. Noah's going to be on that Tyrell. We got Filth on the Mephisto. Legacy will be on the Ana, and Homie, or Ami, is going to be on the Hanzo. I actually forget. It's Ami, or Hami, right? Yeah, it's Hami. I haven't casted that name in a very, very long time. Thank you for the birthday wishes, Big Scary Duck. He's such a good boy. My 6-year-old little good boy. Faints dramatically, falls down, loses consciousness. Dear Lord, Kelsier, I hope you're all right. The question that I now have is, how are you able to type that if you've passed out? Ooh, that concussion mine. They're going to find a pick onto the Hanzo, and that is going to be first blood in favor for We Take These. Got Filth is going to mount up, and they're going to go into their 4-man rotations. A little bit less so on the right-hand side, as that Hanzo is going to be dead for a wee bit. Mason Blaze clearing out bottom lane. Tremor just anchoring. Doesn't need to be in lane, doesn't need to be too super aggressive. Just going to be kind of anchoring and providing vision for that friendly team, seeing, okay, cool, they're just now leaving bottom lane, gonna try and power slide and make something happen. They don't manage to get that in time, and they'll just back out as they do not find any sort of setup for a potential kill right there. You pronounced it right? Wait, what? There's no way I pronounced it right. There's no way. Okay, sorry. I was just watching. I was like, how is Noah gonna play this interaction? Because they see the Leoric coming down. They don't go for any righteous hammer shenanigans just to force them back and harass them. We do have simple geometry for the Hanzo at level 1. Going to be at 0 out of 20 stacks on that one. Trying to build that up. Hammer the Lightbringer for the Uther at level 1. Got Filth going to be pushed around by the Junkrat with the concussion mine, but they won't be able to solidify a kill. ETC did go block party at level 1, so anytime they're using an ability, they will be able to provide armor to the friendly members around them. Do I have that right? I feel like I have that wrong. Yes. And with the amount of auto attack damage between Hanzo, Yrel, and Uther, this makes a lot of sense just to get that block party, just some extra physical armor against this enemy team. Vesper just pushing up the top wave, going to continue to make rotations. Did go into Neil Peasants at level 4 to give them a little extra wave clear. How's it going, Bandit? Hi, bud. And Greymane and friends will grab the camp on the left-hand side for some pressure into top. Same thing to be done on the right-hand side. First Punisher will be Arcane, and that's going to be up and available in the next 33 seconds. You'll get the announcement now. And in mid lane, Noah's just going to provide vision and also be able to still soak up this lane. Like, I like how it's just like, it's a dauntless Yrel. Like, there's no point just auto-attacking into them as the 0-3 spray comes out from Liam. Camp and top on the right was grabbed. Is Malfurion holding? They are. So I think they're going to hold this so that way they can have a little bit more time to clear out the enemy side, and this will pressure into lane. But they also need to get up here and in position. Uther already finishing out Hammer the Lightbringer from level 1, so they do have the cooldown reduction, I believe, on the Hammer of Justice. They also have that passive reward of the 1.5% of Uther's maximum mana from the basic attack, so just a little more self-sustained so that Uther doesn't become so mana-dependent consistently throughout the rest of the game. Stun on Tremor, but they don't find a follow-up. Hanzo going to poke out. They did go into Explosive Arrows at level 4, looking to also get a little extra Shrine clear. We're going to zoom out a little further just so we can see the Shrine, and there's a little bit of an engage starting out, but no one going to play too aggressive. Both teams know that the solo laners are not up here. Leoric and Yrel are showing in lane. So this is just a 4v4 going back and forth as Junkrat's going to throw a little bit of damage onto the Shrine. They are going... What is the Junkrat? So far it's going to be Oh, we're actually going to be seeing Boom Pow at level 4, but we do have the Sticky Wicket still. So no Chattering Teeth for the chase, but a 2-second silence off of that Steel Trap is really beneficial for a team, as this is the camp already cleared out on the left-hand side. They are on this objective phase halfway through in favor for We Take These. Noah came up, and this is a 4v5 in favor for CPogX Fan Club. Tremor trying to push them back, giving a little room for Roger to get out of there. Going to pop the armor as well, or at least just use an ability to get some armor. They're going to tap well, and they're all now 5v5. What's going to happen here? We're going to also cycle through some of the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like, and we can maybe see some healing and damage change as these fights progress. That will be Uther in the backline. You're out looking to try and flank in here. Power Slide from ETC. There's going to be a Concussion Mine as well as the root from Malfurion. Really good setup there from Xanaris, Mason Blaze, and Tremor together. Just so much overlap with their abilities, but a very well overlapped ability combo. Punisher was grabbed, and they're going to continue to siege in through top lane. There's no Sylvanas, as she was banned out during the draft phase. They're going to split the Leoric off to make sure that the Urel doesn't get too much experience gain against them. Punisher jumps over, going to be targeting onto Nintori. Godfilth is going to blink forward with the Shade of Mephisto, and they will be able to just get a little harassment damage. They need to be wary of the fact that the Punisher should have another jump in a second or two. They want to spread out. A lot of them are kind of grouped up, and that there'll be two, but the Punisher's going to be diving so far away. Tremor isn't able to get a power slide and follow up into that. Greymane's still working on the towers as well. Concussion Mine to throw Nintori around. They do have a root for his zone. Roger's still getting the siege in. Shade of Mephisto forward, and Greymane uses that to dive away. Tremor with 1 HP does end up going down to the Ana damage over time or something from them. That was a very close one. I actually thought ETC was going to get away with literally 1 HP. That would have been really cool to see, but they get a pick on the side of CPogX Fan Club. Porky, why Porky? What is this clip? What is this clip? Why does Mason play healer? Same reason as I do, huh? What's up, mama? How are you? Concussion Mine, Noah sidesteps that. Roger dives in, finds the fort. Camp for mid lane will be grabbed by Uther and Mephisto. Next Punisher will be Mortar in mid. I didn't look at the timer where the Punisher went down, but we're probably a minute to a minute and a half away from that being up and available. And we do have 10 talents here in favor for both teams. I was going to say for the members of We Take These, but they actually hit 10 just as I was saying it. Pretty much the standards as you'd expect. The only thing I would say maybe that's out of the ordinary is Tranquility instead of Twilight Dream for the Malfurion. Looking for just more healing and team sustain during these fights rather than a shutdown. But I kind of feel like the shutdown might be beneficial. You know, Uther wants to step in. Mephisto wants to get it. Well, you know, Mephisto has the shade, so if they get silenced, they go back to their original. It's not that big of a deal. So I guess the AoE silence isn't that big. You maybe shut down the Uther, but I think still just the Tranquility. You can, as long as you don't get hit with the Divine Storm, you can sit there and just heal up a bunch of people. Vesper's able to get the Wraith Walk right out of there, not going to go down in the 3v1 they were having. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, they're going to try and make something happen. Nintori going to get the Divine Storm off. There's Endurance of Hate as well. Riptire comes out from Junkrat. Just a little damage on the front gate as well as onto Nintori. Little poke onto the front gate here from Mason Blaze. Godfilth once again stepping out. Lightning Nova value coming in for them. Hanzo took an arrow from... Oh, I thought it was from way further up, and then I realized, okay, no, Hanzo's in the middle of this fight. I thought they like ripped it from mid lane or something like that. I was like, that's massive, but then the duration of the stun, I was like, wait a minute, this is a little too slow, or a little too fast for the stun to end. So they ripped that arrow. They tried to find something right there, but they're not able to. Tremor just continuing to soak up in lane. We have the next shrine activating in bottom lane. Will be a Mortar Punisher. Bottom is open up in favor for We Take These. Urel just clearing out top lane. This will also be periodic catapult pressure through top. 145 is what those catapults hit for. And Godfilth and friends will grab the camp on the right. Same thing to be done on the left. Zine pressed 1. Pee-pee hands. Dear Lord. Mortar Shrine activated. Both of these camps were grabbed for top lane. Urel's pushing up the top a little bit further, but the big focus is going to be this objective phase on the side of We Take These. Tremor already anchoring in the bush on the right-hand side. Xenaris and friends will be able to finish out the shrine without much contest, and I think they're saying, you know what? We know that we're not getting this shrine. We know that we won't have 13s for it, so maybe we just push into top lane, open things up for ourselves, and then we just defend. Hanzo very split from the team. Gonna try and get the agility out, throws the Sonic Arrow backwards. Rips the scatter arrow as well. They're trying to use every ability to get out of this, as Mason Blaze is going to be able to catch them within the little corridor there, and they end up going down. They pulled them off for a second or two, but still the rest of the team, or the members who weren't chasing, were still working on the shrine, so that worked out for them. Top lane front gate is going to go down. Leoric is still up here. Do they have? No, the Entomb is down. Did they actually just use Entomb? I think they might have used it while we were watching that chase happen in bottom lane. And this is actually Leoric. What they're trying to do is they're trying to stop the Hearth back, so there's no one to... There's not like the DPS out for some of that... for some of that Immortal clear, or that Punisher clear. I like that they went and used the Wraithwalk for the faster movement speed, but also to check that bush to see if Mephisto was hearthing back, just to get back a little bit faster. Curse Bullet came out from Greymane, connecting onto the Uther. Mason Blaze checking the bush to make sure there's no flank coming out from Noah, and that actually will be sought, or will be seen. Hanzo rips an arrow, just going to be narrowly passing quite a few players, and they'll move into mid lane, and they'll be able to clear things out and grab themselves a fort as well. Do it and have fun. I forgot what I had said for do it and have fun. 16 Talenteer around the corner. They're going to push into mid lane. Curse Bullet and Tori going to be targeted. Riptire comes out as well. Everything being thrown into the Soother. They even got the Nano Boost from the Ana for just a little more output. That's going to be the Divine Storm coming out. They miss the Endurance of Fate. Actually just slides between quite a few people. There's the Tranquility from Xenaris as well, keeping a lot of members up. Our Defender will be used by Yrel. They're backing off and continuing to put some damage into the enemy team, but they're still chasing into this, putting damage into their enemy team on the side of CPogX Fanclub. Narrowly I mean, it was narrowly passing them. It was very, very close. Man, you already well known here. Why not just have fun? I'm confused. I am so confused. Bottom lane keep. 16s. I think they're trying to pull a heroic or two out. There's an arrow. Gonna be just right between the enemy team. Hanzo just finished out the simple geometry. And I'm waiting, I'm holding just to see, do they step into this? They've got a wave coming in. Catapults are hitting for 190 at this time. Roger putting a little bit of damage. Noah on the left-hand side of our screen is gonna get pushed back by Mason Blaze and Leoric. And I think that's as much push as they get. Meanwhile, in mid lane, next Punisher will be frozen up there. Leoric is going to be clearing out top lane. 16 Talenteer will come through for the members of CPogX Fanclub. Like, set a day or two and say, hey, these days I'm stacking for fun. Rest, I'll grind just for the fair play. I'm confused as to what we're talking about. What is the topic? Huh? Who? Nani? Wait. I'm too slow. Nope. I'm very bad. I'm very bad. Caster bad at what he's doing. There we go. Nani? I'm not as quick as Weenus on those sound bits. Noah's going to be split from the team. They're looking to chase in onto them. Curse Bullet, die from Greymane. They're going to find Yrel. And Shrine activates for mid lane. I'm sorry, I'm looking through talents really quickly just to see if there's anything that catches my eye, but nothing crazy. Let's go ahead and cycle through some of those other numbers, get an idea of what those look like. We have looked at talents for quite some time, and no real big questing talents to note outside of the Hammer of the Lightbringer and Simple Geometry for Hanzo were finished out. Well, with the clear that they have on the Shrine, with Mephisto showing in bottom lane as well, this is, well, it's 4v4. They do have the Leoric showing in top. Oh wait, actually no, sorry. Yrel is just now respawning. I was just seeing that, sorry. And Leoric comes in here, and Tomb is up and available. They could look at Hanzo, Nintori. Oh, actually, they rip a huge arrow. That will be Uther going down. Got Filth trying to put a little pressure out there, and Tomb will catch two. They get the Nano Boost from the Ana, and they throw Endurance of Hate out as well. Mephisto trying to get the value from the Shade of Mephisto, as there's a Mosh Pit dropped on the side of this. Absorption is used by the Yrel, that Ardent Defender, keeping them alive for now. Hanzo getting very low. Power Slide confirmed confirms the kill. Actually, Greymane stealing that one. Noah very low. They're going to just back off, and they actually see that there's a win condition possibility with 4 dead. They're going to run through bottom lane. Mason Blaze already pushing out the wave. You can actually see they're going to sidewall in mid lane to be able to get through this a little bit faster, but they realize now they're taking a lot of damage here, and Urel was considering stepping into this. They're going to get pushed back. Frozen Punisher will still grab by Leoric, and Mason Blaze is clearing out bottom and continuing to put pressure onto this bottom lane keep. Concussion Mine. They also did, they went into Ripper Air at level 13, allowing them to maneuver around this map a lot quicker, and they get the cooldown reduction on that Concussion Mine when only used on themselves. What rank is this? Like Master GM? It's basically like, yeah, it's Diamond 1 plus. Like it's just, there's no restriction on it. It's typically, it's Diamond 1 to Master Grandmaster, I would say. Arrow missing. Riptire coming out from Junkrat. Didn't go into extra oomph. Core is slowly losing his shielding. Punisher still around 50%, actually a little bit lower. That's the Core starting to fall. That's a Tranquility out from Xanaris as Noah's trying to push them around. Hanzo goes down. That's going to be the Core, and that'll be we take these, taking game number 1 in our final best of 3. GG. Well played. Score. Don't mind me. There is actually an open division team that was Omewa Mu Shinderu, and I remember that I couldn't say it correctly, and I had to in the weekly recap for open division I had to say that name like twice, and I asked the observer Kage to help me pronounce it, and I think he had me go through like 6 iterations, and he was like, all of these are wrong, just try and get it as close as you can. Just my white boy was showing. Yanners with just the bold statements. Not as good as CPX. Fan club not worthy. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Ashen, what Plurnin just said is basically the setup for the Nani thing. If you're wondering what we're talking about, it is this. And then they explode. Spoilers. Alrighty, we've shown stats long enough. Let's go ahead and pull it back to Bandit and I and update our scores, and we'll get set up for game number 2 here in just a second. Could be our final game of the evening. You watched anime in Japanese, right? Has some of the Japanese in there rubbed off on you yet? No. Not at pronunciation. What show is that one? Which one? The reference from that? I do not know off the top of my head. I want to say Berserk, but that sounds wrong. I have a lobby invite. Give me 1 second. It is from... I don't know, actually. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. But it's giving me the... Apparently there's a video game as well that was made. What anime did it come from? Oh, it's from this. It's from that. I can't pronounce that. First from the North... Okay, so... it's translated Fist from the North Star, not First. Excuse me. Fist of the North Star. Okay. Everyone in chat literally knows, but I didn't. Okay. I for some reason I thought it was Berserk. But I think Berserk is just like a really gory anime or something like that. It's like really like dark. Okay, teams didn't swap sides on me. I'm gonna let them know that I'm ready. R Spooky Worm. Can you guys at least take it easy on our sub? He's new to this game. Keppa. Never heard of it. It's fair. It's a fairly old anime. Fist of the North Star is amazing. I'll have to add it. Berserk be really gritty. Okay, it's on my Crunchyroll list. It's gory, and like that's the reason I heard. Like it's just like it's really dark. It's really gory. Like I was like, all right, yeah. Like if anyone's ever seen, it's on Netflix. I don't know if it's always on there, but Gantz Zero, Gantz, and then it's like :0. That's a really, really, really gory anime. But it's an amazing, it's like one of those like cell shaded animes where like the characters look more realistic, and it's grotesque, and it's monstrous, and it's dark, and it's evil, and I love it so much. But either way, let's go ahead and get into the draft. On the left-hand side, we got the members of We Take These, and on the right is going to be CPogX Fanclub. Welcome back to the Heroic Division. My name is Bahamut, and we find ourselves here on Volskaya Foundry. And if you're sitting at home wondering how we got here, well, so did I, because I didn't actually look at who has first pick, first ban. So this will be map pick priority coming out from our right side team, if I'm not mistaken. So let me go ahead and get you updated on that. So the home team this evening will be We Take These. They lost the coin flip, banning out Cursed Hollow and Braxis Holdout. The members of CPogX Fanclub, I believe I have this right. Anyways, they ban out Tomb of Spider Queen and Alterac Pass. We had Infernal Shrines as the first map chosen by We Take These, and they won that. The losing team can either choose first pick or map pick. I believe CPogX Fanclub chose map pick, and they chose to take us to Volskaya Foundry. Let's go ahead and get back into draft and see if I'm correct on that. First pick, first ban goes over to the side. No, I have this backwards. So this is map pick from We Take These. First pick over to the side of CPogX Fanclub. Sorry about that, everyone. I had that backwards. Greymane Sylvanas to be banned out. I'm just going to fix my little editor just in case we go to a game number 3, so all that information is correct before we do. So Zul to be banned out on the left, Sylvanas, Greymane on the right. What are they going to get rid of? Are they going to look for the Joanna? Are they going to look for the Mephisto, force them onto something else? Hanzo maybe? What is kind of the priority? Ana might be an option as well. Ana's Biotic Grenade and Nana Boost were a little terrifying at points, but looks like they just really want to get rid of the Joanna instead. Gantz is excellent. Yes, yes, yes. Vampire Hunter D, still best anime, at least in your opinion. I'll have to check that one out. I still want to rewatch Trigun, because I haven't seen that in ages. Outlaw Star somewhere in there. Full Metal Alchemist. Brotherhood, I've never seen it. I've seen the first one, just the 20-some episode thing. I really enjoyed that one when I was younger. Fooly Cooly I have to watch again. There's so much stuff. That's why I was like, I literally was looking at the amount of like regular TV shows that I want to watch versus like anime, and I was like, all right, we'll jump into that. But let's get the weeb talk a little to the side, as we do have a Maiev first pick on the right hand side for the members of CPogX Fanclub. Is really good. Different types of disturbing than Gantz. Oh yeah, Gantz has like that morphing monster type thing. Oh my god, I died at that. That was cool. Vinland Saga. Okay. Oh my god. So many good recommendations. Thank you all so much. We're watching Trigun right now. And if you watch, make sure you... Oh. Okay. I'll have to do... Thank you, Big Scary Duck. I'm sure Beckwin has a list waiting for me of Netflix stuff, because he was saying that he's putting together a list, and I was like, share it with me. Let me learn from you. Rainer on the left-hand side, so they're going to be looking for some sort of... I'm assuming some sort of nano boosted, maybe Mephisto. I'm actually a little surprised no bloodlusted Rhaegar here. Deckard King was grabbed on the right, so healers are kind of out of, not circulation, but out of priority. I have ETC, Deckard. What's really going to pair well with this? Jaina's actually still up and available. I would maybe, if they don't plan to grab it themselves, Jaina's a great pick with the ETC, Deckard, Maiev, Warden's Cage, Ring of Frost, even Water Elemental with a Mosh Pit in there. I would consider it, but they're actually going to get rid of the Mephisto. I mean, it's not that it's the same hero, but he does offer the Durance of Hate value with, you can still throw a Warden's Cage. He can pop in and out. His mobility is really annoying. So they're going to force them onto a different mage this go around and not prioritizing it themselves. High School DxD is good? Okay. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is good. Go watch it now. It's literally my favorite. Okay. Followed by Full Metal Alchemist. I remember loving the first series. Like when I watched it, like I watched Full Metal Alchemist when I was, heck, I think I was in the 8th grade, maybe the 9th grade. For people, that's for the United States. So if you're in Europe, I was like, I think I was like anywhere from like 12 to 14 years old, somewhere in that range, I think. I don't know 100%. Like I think I got in high school. Like I know I was driving by sophomore year, which is 16 years old. So yeah, probably 13, 14, somewhere in there for 9th grade. Garrosh Li Ming on the left-hand side though. So nano boosted Li Ming, not a bad idea. Garrosh has a lot of good aggression into an ETC. Power slide in, you throw them away. They don't have anything else outside of a face melt. So that'll be an interesting one. Garrosh can also pop the Indomitable. So ETC doesn't really have any value with the face melt or the power slide, and they can just walk into them. Jaina will be grabbed as we were noting for the right-hand side. I actually really like that pickup. Pairs well with a lot of those heroes, but a Lost Vikings? Okay. I guess. Sorry. I'm catching bits of chat and I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting to read that. Oh god. All right. I would have been very surprised watching High School DxD, I think. I think there'd be a moment where I'd see something and be like, oh. Okay. Just it'd be like the kombucha gif thing where they're just like, oh, well, so either way, thank you all for the recommendations. I love you all very much. Thanks for being here and supporting these teams. Is that the legend Ami himself? Yes, Winback, it is. TLV sleeper? What do you, Porky, what do you mean sleeper? What do you mean resident sleeper? Like, be excited that it's a hero that's never played. Or casted. Well, not casted, just competitively played. Like, I don't see many, if any, teams going for Lost Vikings these days. But, that all aside, let's get into it. Game number 2. On the left-hand side, we got the members of We Take These. We got Xanaris on the Ana. Vesper's going to be on that Urel. Roger's on the Raynor. We've got Tremor on the Garrosh and Mason Blaze on the Li Ming. On the right-hand side, we got the members of CPogX Fanclub. Ami's going to be on the onto the Maev. Noah will be on the ETC. Nintori will be on the Jaina. Legacy on the Decker Kane. And Got Filth on the Eric, Baylog, and Olaf. Dear Lord, my brain couldn't think of that name. Let's get into mid lane and check out what we got for level 1s, as well as our first engagement. Exterminator for Raynor. A little more push potential. Aetherwalker for the Li Ming. More poke potential from them, I do believe, is what happens, but they also get bonus damage. Vikings are perfect for Li Ming resets. Exactly, Big Bird. Like, why is it sleeper that, like, why is it... Because like whenever and maybe I'm misunderstanding this, but whenever someone posts Resident Sleeper, there usually means that it's like we're watching something boring. For example, someone asked me for CCL to make sure that CCL isn't Resident Sleeper. Let's just permaban Joanna. I was just like, nah, bruh, not here. Filth TLV. Yes. Can you tattoo your head? Why would I? Give me a reason why. Why would I tattoo my head? Knockback from Vesper coming out. We have these Vikings are still just, this is just wild to me. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited for these to be played in this game. We do have the fortification camp on the left-hand side to be grabbed. Jaina going to be grabbing the right-hand side as well. Vikings going to be just continuing to soak up as they're actually going to invade onto this camp. Noah going to be trying to step onto the point. They're getting very low, power sliding away. Got Filth actually has the Olaf diving in, looking for a reset. They jump over as well. They find the ETC reset. Li Ming has another combo for them. Going to throw the Decker Kane away. Legacy with no healing is going to just try and get out of there. The damage over time might be enough for the kill. Where are you going to go there, bud? Jaina went down to the Nexus Forces, and Decker Kane will go down to the Nexus Forces as well. Apparently, Nexus Forces is just a slight bit too OP this game. To be badass. Oh. I read Twitch chat, I hear hero slain, and I hear the splat noise of Yrel going, or not Yrel, Maiev going, just... Oh my god, that's gonna be 4 kills out the gate in favor for the members of We Take These as they find themselves just about a level lead ahead of the enemy team. And this is huge for them because this means that their experience advantage is gonna push them closer to 7 before the objective phase. Typically teams are just about to get 7 before it, and I think we might be seeing them already with 7 talent tiers for this first objective phase. Yrel continuing to push into bottom lane, pretty much ignoring the Vikings because, I mean, they don't hit that hard. Ooh, 69 damage on the Olaf. Here's the thing, she's got armor, so... yeah, armor's just gonna make that real difficult, but we do have Eric on the right hand side, did bribe this camp over here, did go into Mercenary Lord as well, so they're gonna try and push up with that, get a little extra value in their favor as Ana is waiting over here, playing to the right side, playing to the aggressive side of this, so they do see if someone's coming, if someone's trying to invade and steal this camp, they can just kind of round the corner, jump onto it, and get right out of there. Meanwhile in mid, bit of a skirmish as there's not really everyone reporting on the side of We Take These immediately to this objective. It is going to be contested, so no one has channel just yet. ETC being forced off the point, and Tori trying to back off as well. Tremor looking for a target, but I think ETC might have been playing around them too close, and they weren't able to get the target they were looking for. And I was thinking they'd have 7 already, but doesn't seem, well, they'll be side soaking for it, and I was actually expecting this lead to be much more, but I think they missed a bit of soak while they were kind of getting in position and just grabbing camps for those lanes. There's only one TLV main that I know, and is Zoo? The one that I know in North America is Turk, I would say. That's like the one that's like in North America, like a lot of people, at least for myself, I would say a lot of people probably would say like, oh, that's a Turk thing. Like we talk about it in CC all the time, it's banned out all the time as well. Tattoo your head because your head is beautiful canvas of artwork. Yeah, but no, I'm good. I'd rather like do my arms and legs and back and front. I said that and I was like, I don't know, that seems very Kaleo clippable. Noah gonna be over here. They're gonna toss them out. They actually are able to just get a power slide through. They're gonna be forced back. The contest right now is for the Triglav Protector in favor for We Take These. Yrel gonna get, ooh, that was a really good Vault of the Warden. Unfortunately, Balog will go down. They're not able to hold this out too long. Also to note, Viking Bribery, or excuse me, Mercenary Lord does work on the fortification camps, much like how Sylvanas' Mercenary Queen works on the fortification camps for the 60% buff. These just buff it by 50%. Triglav Protector will go over to the side. Oh my god, We Take These as they find a kill into ETC. That's a reset for Li Ming. They actually blink the short distance over the Groundbreaker from the Garrosh, and they throw Li Ming and Garrosh inside the Triglav Protector. I would expect this to be the front gate for mid lane, and then they rotate to top lane and go for the well up there. Meanwhile, Olaf in top lane was pushing this up, and that'll be Raynor up here with the Exterminator to quickly clear things out. Sleep Dart? No. Nintori's TLV is saying he plays it a ton in houses. Do they really? I didn't know that, actually. I'm surprised Tatsuki is not being a shark and man-eater. Tatsuki is gonna probably destroy people tomorrow. God, that clip of Whip Shot kills me still. That Whip Shot clip from last Friday, I still giggle about it when I think about it. Like, oh, I'm gonna go for this fish. And it's like, I'm gonna go for this person. And they Whip Shot this dude underwater and they just go like meters away, like 100 meters away. And then she swims over and she's like, I got a fish too. That's for tomorrow? Oh yeah, exactly. I'm excited for that one. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know who Tatsuki is, go follow her and go watch Maneater's stream tomorrow at 3 o'clock PDT, 6 o'clock EDT. Unless she plans to stream earlier or later. I'm not sure, but that's typically when she starts for me, is 3 o'clock my time. Or 6 o'clock if you're on the East Coast. Legacy could be thrown around. That's going to be a Warlord's challenge from the Garrosh. Legacy very low. Yrel jumps in. They find the kill. That's going to be a mosh pit from ETC. A lot of people dancing. There will be a containment disc onto Garrosh. Rough for them to interrupt that as they find the double kill, but they turn around and penetrating round. Nano boosted Rogers getting a whole lot of value in here as Nintori is able to get out alive. 2-for-2 trade, and really no massive in favor for either team. Actually, you know what? Vikings are still soaking up. They did close that gap a little bit. They do have 55 stacks on their bribe and 25 regeneration globes as well. Balog will go down in the bottom lane to the Raynor. And Olaf in top lane will have to deal with Vesper fairly soon. Will they be able to get away? Spin to win? Yeah, they are. Oh yeah, yeah. If you want to do a shout out, there's no at. It's just exclamation point SO and then the name. Thank you. I did not catch you. I saw someone doing it, but I didn't catch exactly who did it. But thank you to whoever was shouting out Tatsuki. Go follow her. She's a very good streamer, and she deserves all of your love and affection. And she's got cute animals as well. Sorry, I'm waiting to see how this fight's gonna go, because right now it's just very like throwing out abilities, posturing. There's a lot of setup, but no potential kill. And the kill threat was just, well, I guess Eric's gonna go down. I was gonna say the kill threat wasn't really for either side. They're kind of just waffling back and forth, and Jaina grabs the camp in the top right. Gonna be able to finish this out easily on their own. Next objective shouldn't be too far off, and with 13 talent tier advantage, they're gonna kind of have their own map and do whatever. They don't invade into this camp just because it's a little difficult at this time. If they had the top lane fort down, maybe we would see that. I realize that I don't think I've cycled through the other numbers, but we're also very close to 13, so we'll hold off on that for a couple seconds here. Just peek around the map, look at level 13s as they come in, and then we'll cycle through the other numbers when we get to control point B. Janie with the jukes, we're on point. Yeah, I agree, Big Bird. Jace, what's up, bud? Sorry if I missed any of you in chat. Okay. So we'll have 13s on the right. Triglop Protector is going to be up here, or control point will be up in the next 17 seconds. So they've just got to find that experience. I mean, this is the big thing here for the members of CPogX Fan Club is they need to play around the Vikings. They need their Vikings to get the value that Vikings get on these maps, which is we need to delay this point out as long as possible so the Vikings can just sit in lane and push up and soak out and just get value and close this experience gap that's formed between the two teams, especially from the multiple kills that they found on the side of we take these. As promised, we're going to go ahead and cycle through those other numbers. We actually have Emerald. I didn't notice this beforehand, but just Emerald for that Decker Cane at level 7. So if they go into Perfect Gems at level 20, it'll be a 15-second cooldown onto that, which is not that bad for some healing mitigation into the Ana. Righteous Hammer to throw them around. Yrel coming in here. Not Yrel. Dear Lord. Maiev. Warbreaker was finished out by the Garrosh. Warlord's Challenge is the actual taunt from them. Water Elemental use. Toss goes out. Warlord's Challenge is going to be there. ETC the target. Sleep Dart. They get the blow up that they need. That is going to be a stay while and listen, but Legacy is just kind of sitting and standing there. That is a biotic emitter as well. They find the old man. They're going to get a kill. Very good Vault to the Warden. They throw Roger in. That'll be a kill onto them. Containment Disc missing, and that'll be all 4 going down. Well, I guess not all 4, but 4 members going down. Blink on top of the Viking. That's a reset for Li Ming. They're going to rotate into mid lane, making sure they're getting the experience as well as the regeneration globes for themselves. And just Got Filth has got 2 Vikings. They're going to send one back. One of them is just going to be having a bit of a snooze in the Hall of Storms, and 16 talent tier will come through in favor for we take these as they open up top lane a little bit further for themselves. The question I now pose is, do they take this Trickle Up Protector through top and go for a keep, or are they going to rotate this and split off into lanes? Li Ming is currently on the chase. Gottfield is going to bring all the Vikings back. Will Mason Blaze be able to live through this? Because 3 Vikings are actually a little devastating. Oh, Leap is going to come out. Ana coming down here. Sleep Dart onto 1. If they can get a reset onto this, that's going to be huge for Li Ming. Because I believe, oh no, they didn't go into Dominance, actually. Because I believe isn't Dominance at level 4 where you get health off of kills. I guess Triumvirate kind of helps out quite a bit. Cooldown reduction if you're getting max, and if you're poking from range, that gets a lot of value for you. They will go for the mid lane fort they'll go for the mid lane fort, and they're going to rotate into bottom lane, so it's just going to be, I would say, standard play at this point. There's typically like 3 ways you can play this Trickle Out Protector. If the top lane fort's up, you can usually push up there, and then they rotate and get mid lane, or if that's already gone, they can push in through top lane, look for a keep. Third one, which is what we're seeing right now, is go for the mid lane, get the fort there, go into bottom lane, and prep for control point C. They're going to have this up and ready for themselves. They're going to use the Trickle Out Protector to get some damage into the enemy team, potentially find themselves a kill, and maybe even be able to push up further through bottom lane. 18 seconds and 20% left on this Trickle Out Protector as Noah's getting a little bit low. Trickle Out Protector gets a slap onto them. Li Ming throwing a combo out. Eric gets the leap just in time. There's an Umbral Bind from Maiev. Mason not getting pulled in. Vault of the Warden once again. Toss from the Garrosh Warlord's Challenge as well. Mid-air, really well done. Containment Disc onto the Trickle Out Protector, but it's a Trickle Out Protector, so it doesn't matter. Vikings in the backline got Phil trying to harass with this Eric, but they realize they can't do much right there. Combo coming out from Li Ming once again as they're getting reset after reset, and they just back off as Vikings are going to push into... Oh, I was going to say Vikings are pushing in top lane, but mostly Vikings pushing in mid lane. They do have the 16 talent tier, so it is even talent tiers in that, right? Olaf taking a lot of damage. Yrel might find this kill. Oh no, definitely with Mason Blaze now. Magic missiles. Yeah, they find that kill. And they might be able to punish the top lane as well. Godfilth is showing that the Baylog is there. Mason Blaze could throw a combo out from the far side of this. I can't believe what I just saw. I was like, wait, do I have vision messed up all of a sudden? No, they used play it again and they're gonna run it down bottom lane. Dear Lord. Vikings, please. Are they? No, they're not even, there's like a 16 like cooldown reduction sequel type talent. I can't remember the name of it, what the name of it is. Or is it the 64-bit one? My Vikings memory is like moderate at best, and I can't remember which one, because there's cooldown reduction for your heroic. Sorry, I was drinking water. All three Vikings are going to go down to Raynor, which is going to be over in the in the core type area. So it is 4v4 in a sense. Warlord's challenge coming out. They're going to pop the ETC. They go flying across the screen. Legacy getting very low. They're chasing in. Combo from Li Ming finds another kill. Looking for a fourth, technically. They get the containment disc onto Ana, but that's Mason Blaze still chasing in. That's going to be a triple kill in their favor. Ice block from Jaina. Not even penetrating around, just the pepper. And they're actually going to sides. Okay, no, Vesper is going to be anchoring this one right now, and they do have that 50 armor. They're going to move on in with only the Vikings for defense. We'll see how this goes, but they're playing to the far side of this. We take these, looking to take a very quick Volsky Foundry game. They do have the repulsion from Li Ming. Jump from the Li Ming, or from the Vikings will come out. Ana is going to be dynamic optics, so you can see Ana's attack speed right now is just pew, 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 pew. Honest to God, I love dynamic optics. It's just so funny to see Ana just attack that quickly. Warlord's challenge, a lot of things being used here. Viking damage over time will get them, and that's going to be all the Vikings going down. Mosh Pit coming out as well. They actually get pushed away and through, but either way, core falls, and that'll be game number 2 over the side of We Take These. GG, well played. Dominance is the heal. Yeah. I couldn't remember. I think it's called Impatience is a virtue. Yeah. Ash Mantle knows what I'm thinking. What gave Ming shield? Oh, okay. Protector, yeah. I love throwing Raynor in. Yeah, I know, right? Your range DPS, your frontline now. Let's see if one player wants to do a short interview. Who is Mason Blaze is their kind of point I need to get to. Does one want to do interview? I can never I always miss the I. I always put it before the V. Not on purpose. Not that I'm like, I don't know how to spell interview. It's just like I'm just trying to type it as quick as possible. A nice little 3-hour stream tonight, everybody. All right, looks like we'll get Xenaris in here in just a second. But don't go anywhere. We're going to raid someone in just a second. We actually have Xenaris in here at this time. Congratulations on your 2-0 victory. How you feeling?
Hey, thank you. We're feeling pretty good after that.
So I've managed to see you in Heroes Lounge, Mythic Championships. I've seen you all over the place. You seem like an unbeatable team. Is it just the roster? Is it the communication? What is it that synergizes your team so well together?
Honestly, it's kind of like we all have a decent amount of HOTS experience together, and it just so happens that like we mesh well enough where it's just like we can play coordinated, make shot calls, and all of that is kind of on autopilot in the back of our minds. And yeah, just happened to work.
Oh, it was honestly like it's crazy to watch you all. Like you have such good coordination, and like the shot calling, the like as a caster perspective, like it's always cool to see how coordinated you are based on just like go onto this hero, pop them. Like ETC had full health, then didn't consistently throughout that game, and it's just like that shot calling is very apparent. Like we know who we're going for, we know who we're gonna blow up. And it was great calls throughout the entire game. The question that I have now is, you know, we're getting through NGS. I've been asking some of these teams this. Do you feel like you're just gonna walk into playoffs and like you've got season 9, or is there a team or two that you're like, we're gonna have to do a little bit of like prep, or at least, you know, kind of be on our toes for them?
No, I'm not feeling confident at all, honestly, because like we might have just faced this team just now, but like they did have a sub as well. I mean, not to say that like throws them off completely, but they're
Right.
also doing like a lot of role swaps to accommodate that maybe. But like we saw like one game of theirs that we were just like really scared to draft against. Just like on Cursed Hollow, I think they ran something like Abathur, Eladin, Greymane. You know,
Ooh.
it's just like, yeah, you don't want
Abathur Samuro kind of shenanigans, or Abathur Valera sort of stuff. Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, who knows? When they get like all 5 of them together and they pull that again in playoffs, then that'll be like the question of like whether or not we make it.
Okay.
And,
okay.
Yeah.
No, it's just I've seen you in so many leagues and so many games, and you just see such a dominant force. So always just interesting to me to get your perspective as the players, because as a caster, I'm like, who's gonna beat him? As you're just like, I don't know if we can win. So it's an interesting dynamic right there. Overall, it was such a fun best of 3 series. You all had a dominant showing. Any sort of practice or anything you put in the side, or is it just like we have all the practice we need, we just kind of show up and need to play together?
I mean, we just do scrims here and there.
Oh, okay.
Like
some like in-houses and stuff.
Kind of. Although, I mean, some of us do in-houses.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, because I got kicked from like an in-house like 2 years ago by someone. I forgot what the
Rude.
in-house was, but it's in the past.
Well, either way, I mean, it was good games. Thank you so much for the interview. Before I let you run out of here, are there any shouts that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours, my friend.
As always, shout out to the audience for being here. You guys are breathtaking as always. And yeah, shout out to Homie, just like subbing for them last minute. I heard that they had to like make him reinstall HOTS just to like fill, and that's like real dedication, because most people would just decline on the spot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, that's a true friend.
Oh, shout out to them. That was awesome. So we could have a nice little series here. But thank you so much for the interview. Thank you so much for the games. You have a wonderful night. And once again, congratulations on your 2-0 victory.